こいいところを見せてください。スバルくん。
俺はエミリアが好きだ。
はい。
Okay, so get the microphone right about here. Not this time! No! Oh. You're just trying to shield your own merch again. Nope, but I do appreciate good clothing, which is why today's sponsor is KawaiiCulture.com.
Click the link down below and use code DOG to get free shipping and 10% off your order. And keep in mind, that's worldwide shipping, so wherever you live, the delivery is free, and that's a great deal. All the original artwork is designed in-house and printed on 100% cotton, so you know it feels amazing on your skin. You all know how much I love anime, and this website satisfies all my otaku needs. And Kawaii Culture also has mask and phone designs that are being updated weekly. So don't wait any longer. Get yourself some awesome apparel using code DOG to help support the channel and look awesome while doing it. Why do you do this, Ed Boon? Why do you torture the Melina fans? They're just gonna come after you. Why do you keep feeding them? He honestly must love the attention to some extent, otherwise he wouldn't keep dragging them along like this. How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and we've narrowed it down to 2 possible characters based on Ed Boon's clues. As I'm sure you know by now, Ed Boon has been dropping hints left and right, and honestly, he might have given us too much information because I think we've cracked the code. So right away, I'm not gonna lead you on. Let's start off with the most likely character that these clues point to, Rain. It is no secret this character has been in high demand for a very long time. In fact, many might argue he is the second most requested character right after your girl Melina. And I won't lie to you, I'm also a very big Rain fan as well. He was the character I was most hyped for in MK9, so I would love to see him back. So without any further ado, let's break down why these 3 clues point towards Rain more than anybody else. First up, we have clue number 1, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. So he says right here, open your eyes, look up to the skies, and you shall see. And of course, we all know that rain falls from the sky. So right away, pretty good hint, but there's tons of things this could mean. It could be a flying character, any number of things. However, at the same time, this song also has lyrics that say thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Who commands lightning? Rain. And even though Ed Boon does not mention those lyrics, I think it lends a bit more credibility to hint number 1 talking about rain. But once again, this first hint is kind of open-ended. It could be a lot of characters. Alright, but how about clue number 2? So the second clue was the title of this Freddy Krueger film, Nightmare on Elm Street, and it was specifically the title, not the trailer itself. And honestly, this might have been the biggest giveaway by Ed Boon. So right away, the year pops out to your face, right? 1984, it's in parentheses, really obvious that could be the clue. So 1984 is the same year that Prince released his album, Purple Rain. And for anyone who's not aware, that album is what inspired Rain's character. His entire creation is based on a joke. He's a prince, he wears purple, and he controls rain. The whole thing is based on Prince's album, Purple Rain. All those things together are what inspired his creation. So once again, a very big giveaway, and at this point, I was thinking, man, it does seem like rain. More than anybody else, these clues do seem to point towards rain. And like I said in the past video, if you're a Rain fan, I would be getting really excited right now because all these clues do seem to point towards him being the character. So finally, we have clue number 3, seriously, number 6. And I think Ed Boon thought he would stump us with this clue, but it may have actually been the biggest giveaway, and I don't think he meant for it to be. Because even though he did only give us 1 word and 1 number, it points towards a couple of very solid theories. The first one actually has to do with Phil Collins of all things. So Phil Collins has an album called But Seriously, and wouldn't you know it, number 6 is a song titled I Wish It Would Rain Down. So once again, we have a song that points towards rain. Once again, if you're a Rain fan, I'd be getting very excited right now. It seems like all the clues are pointing towards rain, and it seems to always do with music, which of course adds up because once again, the song is what inspired Rain's creation, or rather the album. So of course, all these clues could be music related. Just one more reason it could be rain. And there's actually one more theory. It doesn't have to actually be Phil Collins. It could have to do with Prince once again, because wouldn't you know it, his 6th album was Purple Rain. So this theory suggests that clue number 2 and 3 actually mesh together like a puzzle piece, and it works out pretty well. If anything, this theory actually makes more sense if not for the first word, seriously. But it could be that Ed Boon just means seriously, I'm only giving you a number, that's it, make it happen. Well, I think the fans did, Ed Boon. You're not giving your fans enough credit. I really do think they may have cracked the code right right away because all three of these clues do point heavily towards Rain. So if after all of this it turns out that Rain is not the character, then you're very, very slick and you've misled us very well. However, in saying that, I'm sure a lot of you are shouting at the screen, there's not going to be any repeat DLCs. Ed Boon said that, which means Rain is off the table. It could not possibly be Rain that Ed Boon is referring to. However, that might not actually be true. According to a lot of you in the comments section, that's not what Ed Boon said, at least not exactly. Instead, what Ed Boon says was repeat DLC characters are less likely. So that means Rain could still be a possibility. It's not most likely, but it could still be possible. Or in other words, Rain is not deconfirmed. So all of these clues pointing towards Rain and he's not deconfirmed, I think it could definitely be Rain. So I'll say it one more time. If you're a Rain fan, then your boy has a pretty good chance of being in Mortal Kombat 11. So I would get excited. Allow yourself to hope just a little bit. Okay, so that's it for the first possible character, but there is one more character who I think is very likely and these clues could point towards. And for me personally, I'd actually be more excited if this character got added, and that's my girl Natara. It's honestly been a very long time since this character was playable. I think 15 years or something crazy like that. So I would love to see her added to Mortal Kombat 11. So once again, one more time, let's run through all the clues. Clue number 1, look to the sky. Well, that could just mean a character who flies, and Natara has wings and she flies around, which is honestly one of the main reasons I want to see her in Mortal Kombat 11. We don't have too many characters that are in the air all the time flying around. We have Jackie who jumps a lot, but that's not as cool as flying. So if Mortal Kombat does add Natara, that would be a great new playstyle. It would be very unique, a character who's constantly air dashing, doing attacks from the sky, all that awesome stuff. And next up we have clue number 2. Now this clue could be a bit of a stretch, but in the title of this movie we see the director Wes Craven. Or is he the writer? I'm actually not sure, but either way he is in the title, and this guy also worked on a film called A Vampire in Brooklyn. And that's a huge hint because Natara is also a vampire and she flies around. So these two clues are already starting to fit together a little bit. Look to the sky, someone who flies, and then Wes Craven, Vampire in Brooklyn, flying vampire. It's starting to add up. Now once again, this theory is a bit more of a reach than the Rain theory, but I do still think it adds up and makes a bit of sense. And then we have hint number 3, seriously number 6. So this one's pretty direct. Natara's name has 6 letters, and that got me excited right away. I thought this hint was pointing towards Natara, then everybody pointed out it made way more sense to be Rain, and I was like, oh man, I love both the characters, but I really want to see Natara. It's been so long. I just feel like it's way more fair for Natara to get a chance because we just played Rain in MK9. I know it's been a while, but not nearly as long as it's been for Natara. And with that said, Natara does have 2 things working for her that Rain does not, and this could be enough to put her on top as the character these clues are pointing towards. So number 1, Natara is making movie appearances, whereas Rain is not. Natara appears in the animated Scorpion film. She shows up multiple times, not many cameos, but she is up front and center in some of the shots. She's not just a background character, she's right there up front, right next to Johnny Cage. She is one of the central characters in a lot of shots. And then on top of the animated film, Natara is also going to be in the live action movie as well. So if she was a DLC character, that would be a great way to market the film that's coming out in January. And honestly, that fact alone gives me a lot of hope for Natara because that would be a great way to sell tickets. Like, oh, you play her in the game, now see her in the movie. Wouldn't that be awesome? And you could even sell her costume too. You could have a DLC that references the film. It would just be a great way to make money. And once again, they all market each other. The film markets the game markets the movie. That could all work out super well, which is why I'm not giving up hope on Natara. It seems like Rain is more likely, but I think Natara also has a very good chance. And of course, there is one more possibility. It could be these clues are all referring to a different character. It could be the first clue refers to Rain, the second clue Natara, and the third clue someone else. That theory also does make a lot of sense because Aftermath had 3 characters. It could be this pack also has 3 characters as well. Stop everything. This just in, we have another clue from Ed Boon. He waited until I went to sleep and posted clue number 4. As you can see, this clue is a picture of Cobra, perhaps one of the least favorite characters in all of Mortal Kombat, and it says 6 degrees. And don't worry, this clue is not hinting at Cobra being the next character. Ed Boon himself has confirmed he is not going to be in the game, at least not from this clue. So I do apologize to any Cobra fans out there. I'm sure there are some watching this video, but it looks like this clue is not pointing to him being in the game. So with that out of the way, let's break down this clue. First up, we have 6 degrees, and a lot of people think temperatures, but Ed Boon's been posting about Cobra Kai lately, and here we have Cobra as a character. And when you practice martial arts, degrees can refer to your belt. So for example, you can be a 6-degree black belt. So I'm here busy researching different degrees of black belts, but turns out this Chad right here already cracked the code. Because keep in mind, Cobra does kickboxing and not karate, and typically when I researched it, the 6th belt in kickboxing does happen to be purple. Once again, all the clues point to Rain, and I should be happy. I've wanted Rain for a while, ever since back at the reveal event and everybody thought the Crypt guy was Rain due to the lighting on his outfit. I wanted that to be Rain too. And once again, Rain's gonna be a perfect fit because he has the awesome water effects. We've already seen the water effects on Blood, like with Scarlet's attacks. It'll look great for Rain. He's going to be a great fit in Mortal Kombat 11. I just really wanted it to be Natara. And that's about it for the video and all of my theories, everyone. Please post in the comments who you think these clues point to and which characters you want to see in the game the most. And then while you're down there, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does help my channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by suplexing that subscribe button. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.